Alrighty guys, welcome back to another episode of American Reacts, but this time American Learns, as we have done before. Finally, thank you guys for being patient. Back to Ford and the legendary Ford Barra motor. I have heard so much about this from you guys, and I'm pretty stoked because may you not know it yet. Yes, I'm a big V8 guy, but I do have a soft spot for inline sixes. Inline sixes, in my opinion, are arguably like the best engine design. They can be really powerful. They have amazing sounds usually. They can be great naturally aspirated, great turboed, great supercharged, and they're usually very durable. They're very smooth. So yeah, I'm all about that, learning about it, because this is something I know nothing about, being with American car culture. So the only inline sixes that we would worship over here are some guys make worship like the old Chrysler slant sixes were really popular as well, but more so being your totally poster car straight sixes. So some guys like BMW straight sixes, while a lot of other people like the Toyota 2JZ, the Nissan RB series engines. It's like RB26 DET. Things like that, which I'm sure you guys know of as well. But you guys had the Ford Barra, which could go up against those, and I think that's really cool. So let's learn about it. So, of course, first, I will Google it and get a ground knowledge established here with some simple information on Wikipedia is a good place to start. It says the Barra is an inline six engine that was used by none other than Ford Australia between 2002 and 2006. These inline six engines are unique to Australian manufactured Falcon and Territory and were developed and manufactured in Geelong, Victoria. Barra was first introduced in the BA Falcon, named after the Barramundi codename used during the development of the BA Update engine. The V8 engine from Essex, Ontario, were discontinued with the FG model, whereas the straight six engines continued production until 26th of September 2016. So that is sad to hear that they don't make them anymore. That seems to be the trend worldwide, is take really cool cars or really cool engines that were reliable and fun and just stop making them, because why not, right? I do feel like that's been a trend, that a lot of cars were really cool a long time ago, and then I feel like we had some real gems in the 90s and 2000s until a few years ago, where everything just seems to be kind of axed, right? And we're in this new era of really limbo. There's not a lot out there other than just boring commuters and hybrids and electric cars that aren't very exciting other than your few extreme electric performance models. Also, forgive me if I'm saying this wrong. I think it's Barra. That would be how we would say it over here in my neck of the woods. If I see A with some R's, that's Barra in Chicago, okay? You got to cut me some slack. That's where I'm from. If it's Barra, I'm sure you can let me know. I think it's Barra. Anyway, guys, all Barra straight six engines are dual overhead cam with variable cam timing and contain 24 valves, so they are stacked, that's for sure. It says they are related to a single overhead cam Intech i6 produced between 1988 and 2002. Skimming through these, the Barra 182, that is like the base lowest one. Even this one was dual overhead cam, had variable cam timings, so pretty good base work for this engine. Of course, this was in the BA Falcon, and this made 244 horsepower and 280 foot-pounds of torque, and with a 9.7 to 1 compression ratio. So those are very good numbers if these are essentially like the lowest grade of this family of engines. That's very good. And then as we go down here, the Barra 190 and the Barra 195, they just get more powerful, of course, and we're in newer Falcons. Then we have the turbocharged petrol. So this is the Barra 240T. This engine is found in the BA Falcon XR6 Turbo. Of course, it is similar to the Barra 182, except it has different pistons to lower the compression ratio. Obviously, it's going to have a lower compression ratio being turbocharged, has a higher base fuel pressure, Inconel, exhaust valves, and a red rocker cover, as well as an intercooler. So if we can see the picture here, and that's a good-looking engine bay. As you know, one of the exciting things at car shows and, popping the hood is not only a good-looking car or a good-performing car, or even a good-sounding car, but just dressing it up under the hood. This is a nice look. Okay, we get a view of a lot of piping going on. You know that there's some turbocharged action in here, right? Of course, you can see these pipes that is leading to an intercooler. And then I love the black and red valve cover. It looks very sharp. This is something, again, as an American, this is new to me. Seeing a Ford with this cool looking engine bay, straight six turbo, that is bizarre because we do not have a lot of things like this here in America. This is what I like, is that Ford Australia has its own DNA. It has its own style, and they had a lot of cool vehicles and cool engines that we just never even received here in the States. So very fascinated by this. This looks like a good setup for sure. Also, may I mention this at the end too as a reminder. I will get to FPVs. I did a video learning about the HSV Maloo, of course, Holden Special Vehicles, right? And I will be doing a in-depth video on FPV. I will do an FPV video, and I realize some vehicles we'll be looking at today, a lot of them will be from FPV rather than just base Ford. So don't worry, that video is coming very soon. Thank you for being patient. There's so much I'm trying to get to lately. And then this goes through a lot of different turbocharged variants, more than the non-turbos, at least listed here. And we go all the way down to the Barra 325T. This is the final and most powerful variant of the Barra engine featured in the FG6 SR6 Sprint. As we highlight it, that's a little glimpse of what that body style Falcon looks like. Probably not in that exact trim, but that was pretty new. This engine is the most powerful six-cylinder produced in Australia. Wow, that's impressive. It was built in very limited numbers, with only 500 for Australia and 50 for New Zealand. True production is 560, as 10 pre-production models were built and auctioned off. Each engine had its own numbered build plaque attached to the rocker cover, which is painted in the same color as the Territory Turbo rocker cover. Australian first, Ford also implied a custom-designed carbon fiber intake which increased airflow by 45%. That's impressive. It was chosen to base the engine on the 270T instead of the 310T due to the increased compression ratio. The engine yet again employs Ford's overboost feature, which, when the correct conditions are met, it will increase the output to 370 kilowatts and 650 newton meters. Now, this sounds interesting. Wow. A stock overboost feature. So you can have a base horsepower and torque, or kilowatts and newton meters here, which is listed at 436 horsepower and 425 foot-pounds of torque, which, may I mention, is already very impressive from a six-cylinder. That is a powerful car, nothing to sneeze at there. But apparently you could get even more, and this is not aftermarket. This is sounds like from stock vehicle you would buy at the dealer. How cool is that you could get a boost when conditions were right? That's very cool. Then, of course, is the sad news down here, marking the discontinuation of the Barra engine, that it would be gone by October 2016. Ford Australia's engine manufacturing operations ceased on 26th of September 2016. Now, this does mention that there was a Barra V8, not to be confused with Australian-made Barra Straight 6. But we're not going to cover that today. That is something different, and I do remember everyone mentioning, in particular, the Barra Inline 6. So that's the one I'm interested in today. Then, of course, is the Google question here. It says, why is the Ford Barra engine so good? And it says the dual overhead cam Barra has become a hugely popular engine in Australia because of its massive horsepower potential and bulletproof strength, making it ideal for high horsepower builds. There aren't many other engines out there capable of such high power figures without an aftermarket block or head. So, yeah, that sounds really cool. Definitely reminiscent of like a Toyota 2JZ, known for its extreme reliability as well. But I feel like this could definitely take that on, or maybe even exceed it, because you can slap a bunch of power at this thing on basically a stock internals, right? This thing will hold up. It's a beastly engine. That's what you guys have said multiple times. I'm very excited to do some more research. Of course, we get some looks at some images. There's a Ford 4.0 liter Barra. Looks really good. Again, inline sixes look good. I like the way they look. They have, dare I say, beautiful simplicity. I mean, they're all in a row. It's like the right length. This one has a cool header. It says, the 2JZ is dead. Welcome to the Barra era. And I like that. It's got some truth to it. It's newer. It's durable, much in many ways to make power with it. and I'm sure you can slap it in a hue of vehicles. Whoa, what do we have here, folks? We have a Shelby GT350, which is a legendary car, instant classic. I'm a huge fan of, even though I'm not a Ford guy. Gotta admit, those cars are nuts. We have a GT350 swap. That's right, an inline 6 Ford Barra motor in a GT350. I can't even believe I'm seeing this right now. But I suppose you can make a lot of power with it and have a arguably more reliable motor than the V8 that would have came in it. Wow, and this looks like it's from Adam LZ, which is someone I don't get to watch a lot because I just don't have the time, but I've definitely heard of. He is a pretty big automotive YouTuber, so that's very interesting. I believe he's based in America as well. Okay, then of course we're going to hop back over to YouTube and react to, come on, the sound. We all want to hear the sound. I want to hear the sound, that's for sure. And I'm assuming this will be in a lot of different vehicles, so I will make sure and link these videos down below. Check out the original channels, if you will. They will be in the description of this video. As you can see, the second one that comes up is, of course, Adam LZ from America, and indeed, he looks like he has a GT350 with an Australian Ford Barra motor. How crazy is that?
For recirculating the wastegate, potentially having an open wastegate now that the car is a little bit quieter to kind of give it a little bit more spice up top. But Mike, I don't know, do you remember what this car used to sound like?
Yes.
Okay, wait till you hear it now.
Okay.
I mean, like, what it used to sound like.
So this is weird, guys. We're starting out with the Adam LZ clip here, hearing this Shelby GT350 with the Barra motor. So this will be linked down below, of course. Check it out. This car is really, really cool stock with the Voodoo V8. And wow, this is a bizarre, but it's really cool because that Barra engine must be badass, right? If
like
it's
when it was Voodoo, like when it was a V8.
Yes, I vaguely remember that.
I'm gonna have to put a sound clip in now of like a Mustang Cold Start. I'm sure I have one in a video.
That's
Mike's
cool.
got
We're gonna get
plenty
to
of
hear the
time when
Voodoo
he's sipping his
V8
wine.
and
Find one
then
that slips.
it with the Barra
Look at this stuff.
Turbo
Yeah.
6.
Perfect quad exhaust fitment. Looks like a stock GT350.
It does. The exhaust
You'll
looks
never
legit.
know until you put a hood on, or when you put a hood on.
Ready, Michael?
Okay,
Ready.
you gotta admit that Voodoo does sound good. They are good motors. They are really cool, beautiful, and great sounding car. Stock. But if you're gonna do custom, I think he's going with the right idea. That Voodoo motor probably isn't reliable at high horsepower like this Barra is. So, whoa.
I dig that.
Dude, it sounds just like it did when it had the Voodoo.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. I think the mufflers like have some sort of bland rasp inside of them that gives it this like deep kind of little bit of like natural rasp tone.
Yeah.
It sounds sick
It's
though, right?
really nice.
That sounds way
It's
better than
good,
I thought
yeah.
it would.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, shit.
That is so good.
I could not picture it sounding any better.
No.
Oh my God, guys. Holy sh! That sounds amazing. That's all it took. You got me. You got me. I'm a Barra fan. I am a turbo Barra fan right now. Holy smokes. Get me a car with a Barra in it. I want to drive it. That was sick. Let's look at more. I'm not going to waste any time. Let's look at more. That sounded amazing. Amazing. You hear? Wow. Okay, our next clip is from Mr. Whips. This will be linked in the description as well. Go ahead and check it out. Here we go. We have AU Best Ford Barra Inline 6 Sound Compilation with Burnouts. Here we go. Oh, I love the turbo. I love the flutter. And boy, they can turn some rubber real easily. That is a hell of a burnout. Aussies, you know how to do a burnout. You've heard this before. Wow. You guys know how to do a hell of a burnout. Look at that. That's a good looking car right there. I like that. I don't care if some people hate Falcons. I admit it, okay? I like that. I like it. Jeez. Okay, guys. These things sound so good on startup. They're an inline 6. They're a 4-liter. And they sound, I swear to God, they sound like a V8 on startup. They have this deep, raspy, rumbly sound on idle. And it sounds good. It sounds muscular for a 6-cylinder. And then you rev them up, and it sounds like a Toyota 2JZ, but better. It sounds like a Toyota, but stronger, but faster. What the hell's a 2JZ? Get me a Barra. And this one's heavily muffled, and it sounds really good still. Like, as far as I know, that might be stock. That sounds really quiet, but sounds good, if that makes sense. They always look so good under the hood. That startup, man. Ho, 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 ho. That engine is nuts. Ooh, this one's supercharged? Certainly sounds that way to me. That looks so fun.
Look
dude.
at the smoke.
That is smoking good. That is thick white smoke. That is good smoke right there. My God, that is a good looking burnout. That is what you call a sexy burnout right there. And that sound muffled in the smoke.
I lost it.
Dude, I can't get enough of these. XR6 Turbo, baby. Got a Victoria license plate. God, they sound so good. They sound so good. I'm not even kidding. And I love the first comment on this video is, this in a New Edge Mustang will be my next project. Of course, New Edge Mustang was the Barra style from like 99 to 2004. They all had V8s, of course, or a crappy V6. I work for Ford here in the U.S., this guy says. Can't wait to see the perplexed looks on the other mechanics' faces when I crack open the crate with my new Mustang engine in it, and it's a dual overhead cam turbo straight 6 with the Ford oval on it. How cool is that? For real, right? Guys, I can't stress this enough. I'm just blown away by these. I'm really blown away. I mean, you guys are educating me so much. I can't thank you enough. These videos are fun. It's fun interacting with you guys, and you guys are literally teaching me stuff because apparently I've been behind the curve on these. These have hit U.S. soil. This is another channel with clearly a U.S. Fox body Mustang, and it's got a 1,200 horsepower Barra swap. How badass is that? So yeah, it is coming over way across the pond to the USA, guys. It is here. So you know what I got to do. I got to look up how to get one of these. And real quick, look at this. Maybe at a future time I can look at this. This says the world's fastest Barra, and it's clearly like a full-on drag car, and it's got a Barra. How cool is that? So maybe a future time we'll look at that. Again, tell me in the comments if you like these. I think you guys do. They usually do really well. We get a lot of comments. I like learning about uniquely Australian motorsports and cars that are a big part of your car culture. Like, for example, at a future day, I would love to do, someone said this Ross Reviews is a great channel. I would love to shout him out and react to a couple of his videos as well. Like this one looks really fun. 1,000 horsepower Barra Ute. And back here, I noticed at the bottom, I got to click it. Ford Barra engine for sale, USA. Let's see if I can get one of these. What are we working with here? Now, of course, the first result is on none other than eBay. And it says Ford Barra 6 BF NA crate engine, reconditioned long motor FPV. So it is a FPV Barra, but supposedly NA, no turbo. Good looking unit, that's for sure. Get a good look at it there. And it is 4,000 Australian dollars, which equates to 2,900 US dollars. So that's not bad. $2,900. I mean, guys, this engine is so cool. I would swap this into a freaking minivan. Like, I wouldn't even care. This engine's so good. This could be in anything. You could put this in a shoebox and it would make it cool. And I found it cool. Another shop. This is in the U.S. called Barra Swap LLC. This is an American-owned and operated small retail business in South Central Pennsylvania, and specialized in swapping Australian Ford Barra dual overhead cam 24 valve inline sixes. So how cool is that? With the growing knowledge and interest in the United States of this specific engine platform, we saw an opportunity to be on the forefront of the market within the United States. So that is really cool that it is catching on here, guys. The Ford Barra is so legendary, it is beginning to catch on around the world, even in the mighty US of A. So glad to see that. If I ever got that car collection that we all dream of, right, I would love to have a big brute V8 American car and swap it with a Barra, just because I think that would be really, really cool, and especially to get people's reactions. Really, really cool, guys. But tell you what, that's going to end it for now. This is probably already really long. As always, there's much more I could cover here. So I hope you enjoyed what I was able to cover. I learned enough that I definitely have to do the FPV video very soon, because they clearly make some awesome vehicles. And I am an instant fan of the Ford Barra. It doesn't take much to convince me when you hear and see what that engine is capable of. It looks like a beast. I can only imagine high horsepower builds, what they can do, how fast they can be, and the fact that they can be semi-reliable is incredible. So with that being said, guys, that's talk in the comments. Give me your experience with the Barra. Have you had a car or have a car currently with it? What have you seen? What's the craziest one you've seen power-wise at an event or at a car show or something? Do you like it? Even to my Holden fans out there, do you like the Barra? Remember, I'm still a GM guy. I'm still a Mopar guy more than Ford. But I have to say, the Falcon, it's growing on me. The Barra, it's not growing on me at all. It's already here. I totally like it. Ford Australia really is a lot different than Ford here in the States. And I'm a fan. I got to say, got to respect Ford Australia. They make some really, really cool stuff over the years. And I'm just impressed. This American is impressed. This is all new to me. And it's been really exciting to scratch the surface on. With that being said, if you like burnouts and great sounding six cylinders, then go ahead and throw a thumbs up on here. Subscribe for more stuff like this. Of course, check out my channel. There's a lot to look at. Of course, look at the videos that are linked in my description, the ones we watched here, and give them some attention as well. Also, look in the description for ways you can support this channel. Tip jar, P.O. box, Discord are on there. My name is Ian. You're watching IWrocker. Until next time, guys, I'll catch you later. Woo! That was fun.